Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Ever get that feeling like you walked into a room and everyone's hiding something?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, that's kind of the vibe we're diving into today with this Gothic suspense novel.
Hmm.
Um, Thinking in air with some
Yeah.
twists and turns you won't see coming.
I like it.
It's called The Mysteries of Pendowar Hall by Syrie James.
Okay.
And you can find a link to the book in the episode description if you want to follow along.
All right.
And while you're at it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the show.
Yes, definitely do that.
But, okay, back to the book. So we meet Diana Taylor,
Okay.
our governess, who arrives at this really imposing,
Right.
kind of creepy manor called Pendowar Hall,
Hmm.
and she's got her own secrets.
Yeah.
And she's about to walk into a whole bunch more.
Oh, interesting.
It's like everyone there is hiding something.
I see. Yeah, that's a great setup.
And the way James kind of sets up this parallel between Diana's personal baggage and all the mysteries surrounding the house itself is really interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like we all have our own Pendowar halls to deal with in a way.
Right,
So
exactly.
Diana's got two main things she's trying to figure out.
Okay.
First, there's the death of the previous owner,
Hmm.
Sir Thomas Fallbrook,
Right.
which seems a little suspicious.
Yeah.
And second, she's trying to help her pupil, Emma, who's struggling with what we would recognize now as dyslexia.
Makes sense.
Back then, they didn't really have a good grasp on learning disabilities.
Right.
So Diana's trying all these different teaching methods,
Like what?
things like sand and clay sculpting,
Wow, interesting.
to help Emma connect with letters and sounds.
That's pretty creative.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder how many bright people were just overlooked
Yeah,
just because they didn't learn in the typical way.
exactly. Right.
And speaking of things being overlooked, let's talk about Pendowar Hall itself.
Okay.
This place is just oozing with secrets.
Oh, really? In what way?
It's got that classic Gothic setting,
I see.
like a Mubidden North Wing
Uh-huh.
and rumors of a smuggler's cave with a secret passageway.
Wow.
It's like the house is a character in the story itself,
Yeah, I can see that.
holding on to the past,
Right.
influencing the present.
Yeah, definitely.
But the people inside the house are also pretty interesting.
Okay, tell me about them.
We've got Captain William Fallbrook,
Okay.
Emma's cousin, who inherited the estate.
Okay.
He's kind of this brooding,
Mm.
Byronic hero type.
I see.
Just got back from sea,
Okay.
has this lingering injury,
Uh-huh.
and probably some emotional baggage, too.
Yeah, you can imagine.
And you can already sense a little something brewing between him and Diana.
Oh, really?
It's like that classic Gothic tension
Yeah,
between two strong-willed people
I get it.
who both have secrets
Right.
and vulnerabilities.
Definitely.
It's like a slow-burn romance,
Okay,
just waiting to happen.
gotcha.
But before we get too ahead of ourselves,
Right.
we can't forget the rest of the household.
Okay, who else is there?
There's Mrs. Gwynn, the housekeeper,
Mm.
who seems to know way more than she's letting on,
Oh, interesting.
especially about Sir Thomas.
I see.
And then there's Mr. Emity, the loyal butler,
Okay.
who's got a mysterious past.
Mm.
And then there's Mr. Latimer,
Oh, right.
the solicitor, who might be in some financial trouble.
Oh, I see.
And we can't forget the Trenowden family,
Okay.
who are tenant farmers just trying to make ends meet.
Right.
All these characters are tied to Pendowar Hall in some way,
Yeah,
and they all become part of this web of suspicion
makes sense.
around Sir Thomas's death.
Okay, interesting.
It's like Agatha Christie meets the Bronte sisters.
I like that.
And just when you think you've got a handle on all the human drama,
Yeah.
James throws in a dash to the supernatural.
Oh, how so?
There's this local legend about Morwenna,
Okay.
a vengeful mermaid who supposedly haunts Pendowar Hall.
Oh, wow.
It's a really clever way to tap into those primal fears and
Yeah.
beliefs that are so common in Gothic literature. Is
Exactly.
the curse real,
Right.
or is it just in the characters' heads?
Interesting.
It's that ambiguity that keeps you hooked.
For sure.
It makes you question what's real and what's imagined,
Yeah,
which is a big part of what makes Gothic literature so compelling.
definitely.
But let me get back to Diana.
Okay.
This woman is a force to be reckoned with.
What do you mean?
She's always piecing together clues,
Okay.
deciphering old letters from Sir Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
and she even discovers a hidden room.
Wow, no way.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
What I find really interesting about Diana is that she's not just driven by curiosity
Yeah,
or a desire to solve a mystery.
right.
She's also trying to prove herself.
I see.
She's carrying this weight of a past mistake,
Yeah.
and she really needs to show everyone,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe even herself,
Okay.
that she's capable and worthy.
That makes sense.
It adds a whole other layer to her character,
It does.
and it makes her much more relatable, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely.
So I've got these intertwining mysteries,
Right.
a cast of suspicious characters,
Yeah.
a potentially haunted house, and a governess who is determined to uncover the truth.
I love it.
What's not to love?
Exactly. And the way she like reveals those mysteries is so clever.
Yeah.
It's not like a regular detective story,
Right.
with one clue leading to the next. Diana's putting together these little bits of info from
Right.
talking to people,
Yeah.
watching them, even bumping into them randomly.
Like that moment with Butler, Mr. Emity,
Oh, yeah.
when he mentions how much Sir Thomas hated the idea of suicide.
Yeah,
It makes you wonder if he really did kill himself.
definitely.
Especially with all the rumors about how badly he treated his tenants.
Yeah, like the tree nodens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's that creepy detail about the light in the north wing,
Oh, right.
which is supposed to be empty.
Yeah.
It's like James is slowly creating this unsettling mood where you just know something's off.
I get it.
It's like a puzzle
Yeah.
where you have all these pieces, but you still don't see the full picture.
Exactly.
And then she finds the secret room.
Oh, wow.
That was a huge turning point.
It was.
Finding Sir Thomas's journals hidden away like that.
Yeah.
It's like we get this glimpse into his mind
right
before he died.
Yeah.
And we find out he was worried about some shady business deal.
Oh, interesting.
So now it's not just personal grudges.
Right.
It could be something way bigger
Yeah.
and more sinister.
Makes sense.
Makes you wonder who wanted him quiet.
For sure.
And it's interesting how the captain,
Yeah.
who at first didn't believe Diana,
Uh-huh.
starts taking her more seriously as more stuff comes out.
Yeah.
Their relationship goes from tense
Yeah.
to something deeper
I see.
as they work together.
Right.
You could feel that they both have this shared sadness.
Mm-hmm.
Diana for her sister
Yeah.
and the captain for his brother.
Right.
It's like this unspoken bond.
Definitely.
And then there's the romantic tension
Oh.
just simmering under the surface.
You can feel it.
Their scenes together are so well written,
Yeah.
full of subtext
Yeah.
and these unspoken feelings.
I know. It's great.
But anyway, back to the mystery.
Okay.
The reveal about Ivy.
Oh, yeah. The maid?
Right. What about her? Talk about a plot twist.
I know, right?
It makes you realize you can't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
And you have to rethink everything you thought you knew
Yeah.
about all the characters, their motives.
Definitely.
And then there's that super suspenseful scene
Yeah.
in the smuggler's cave.
Oh, right.
Talk about a near-death experience.
That was intense.
That scene is like pure gothic suspense.
Yeah.
All the emotions,
Mhm.
the danger,
Yeah.
the fight for survival.
It's scary.
You feel like you're right there with Diana.
I know.
Scared for her.
Yeah.
And wondering if she'll make it out.
Definitely.
And even though the mysteries are solved in the end,
Yeah.
it's not like a simple happy ending.
Right.
There's this feeling of sadness that stays with you.
Yeah.
Like the truth came at a price.
Exactly.
Makes you think about the choices we make.
Yeah. And how sometimes the truth can be good and bad at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
But even with all the darkness and mystery, there's still hope in the story.
Yeah, I see that.
Diana and the captain find comfort in each other, even with all the secrets and sadness around them.
Yeah, their relationship's really interesting. It's like a
Yeah.
slow burn.
It is.
It's built on respect and shared experiences,
Yeah.
and they really understand each other's weaknesses.
It shows how strong human connection can be,
Yeah,
even when things are tough.
and it reminds us that love can pop up anywhere.
Exactly.
Who would have thought?
I know, right?
A governess and a brooding sea captain
Yeah.
finding love in a house full of secrets and murder.
It's crazy.
It's like a classic gothic romance.
It is.
But James makes it feel fresh and new.
I agree.
And the ending with Diana finding love in a new life,
Yeah.
it feels like she deserves it.
She does.
Like she can finally move on.
Right.
She's been through so much.
I know.
Faced so many dangers. And fought her own demons.
Yeah.
It's a good ending to her journey.
Definitely.
And it leaves you feeling hopeful.
It does.
It shows that even after tough times, we can still find happiness.
That's true.
So if you're looking for a book that will keep you guessing
Yeah.
and take your breath away and ultimately leave you feeling good,
Yeah.
you should definitely check out The Mysteries of Pendowar Hall.
It's a great book.
It's such a well-written story
Yeah.
of gothic suspense, romance, and redemption.
It has it all.
And before we go, I have one question for y'all.
Okay.
What was your favorite part of the book? Was it finding the secret room?
Oh, yeah.
Or figuring out who Ivy really was?
That was good.
Or maybe that crazy scene in the smuggler's cave?
That was intense.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into these amazing worlds.
And share the episode.
Thanks for joining us.